Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to another video. And a little bit different today. Something a little bit different I don't normally do. I had a guy contact me and he messaged me and said, would I be able to help him out with his car? He's got an Audi A1 and it's his pride and joy. And, you know, I think he's like 19, 20, but it's his pride and joy, and he's been adding stuff to it, doing bits and pieces to it, and he's struggling a little bit with some skirts on the side and some front splitter and a couple of pieces on the back. So yeah, so he contacted me and, you know, he messaged me and said, like, would I be able to help out and be able to fix them on for him and put it on there on his car for him. But he's coming over today, and that's what this video is all about. And I'll do it. I'll show you when he turns up. I'll show you what he's got, what I've got to do, what he wants me to do for him, and we'll go from there. And we'll see where we can help him out. Obviously, I'm gonna have to move. I might have to move the van, so I'll probably pull the Fiesta, pull that out, put the van over here, and then that way we can put the car on top of the actual scissor lift when he turns up. So that I can do the back and front. Won't be able to do the side skirts on the ramp because that's where I need to support and lift the car up, and I won't be able to get access to underneath to fix it. So we'll do the back and front on there and do the side skirts probably on the, I'll just jack it up as normal just to get a bit of height so I can fix it up. But yeah, something a little bit different, guys. It's not going to be a long video like my other ones, like this one on the last video. It's not going to be a long one. So, but it is going to be something different and something a little bit don't normally sort of do. But I thought it's content and it's you know, I'm showing you the progress and what I'm doing in the workshop. So I don't normally do uploads on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I normally split them up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I thought, why not? Let's stick him up and I'll show you what I'm doing, guys. So yeah, let's wait for him to turn up and I'll walk around the car and I'll show you what's going on. So yeah, let's do this. So guys, here it is. It's turned up. Audi A1 Sline. And the guy just wants some bits and pieces to put around the car, like I said. He's got some spats, like little underneath trims to go underneath the bumper, side skirts both sides, and then a front splitter as well that he just wants put in underneath. You know, it's just little tweaks. He seems to be spending a lot of money on his car. He's done a lot to it. Seems to be adding bits and pieces. Carbon fibre mirror covers, not real obviously, just been probably hydro dipped, plastic hydro dipped or something like that. He's done covers on the door handles as well, little trims, just little tweaks and little bits and pieces he's doing to it. But yeah, fair play to him. If this is his pride and joy, this is his money, this is his car that he wants to spend his money on, so why not? So there you go. I think this is an aftermarket exhaust as well. It's not standard. He had to cut a hole out in the grill to fit the exhaust pipes, but it's you know, it's his, like I said, it's his pride and joy. He does what he wants with it. So there we go. Right, so let's get it in. Let's swap it over for this. We'll move that over to the other side and then we'll get it on. Like I said to you, I can do the front and the back, but I can't do the side skirts because obviously when you lift it, it's pulling against underneath, so I won't get no access to it. So yeah, so we'll move it over. And these are the trims that he's actually sent, you know, brought over that he wants doing. So like I said, these little trims, these are for the underneath. So they get, obviously we screw them like that, and one each side. One each side of the back bumper, and then you've got this splitter bit that goes underneath the front bumper, and then you've got the two side skirts, one each side, and all the fixings. And that's basically it, really. But you know, it's just a little added extra little tweaks that he's doing to it. He's you know, he said he's been getting bits and pieces for it. and he's just he's just making it a bit sportier. So, and it's definitely doing that, to be honest with you. It looks a bit special. I think he's done the grille as well. He's done the front. He's done loads of bits and pieces to this car actually. Because those should be chrome. I think they should be chrome. Looks like he's painted them. These little covers here, he's painted them. Put little bits on it. This grille, he's done something with this grille as well. I think this has just been covered up. But yeah, it's quite decent. It's got, like, you know, it's an automatic, but it's an S-Line, so it's got all the sort of, you know, the mods in there and that. Nice little 5-door. But yeah, smart. Automatic as well, guys, look. So there we go. It's got a Bose system as well for S-Line. Right, let's get her in. Let's make a start. Probably do the back first. Let's get the back one done first, and then yeah, we'll spin it around and then do the front, and then we'll go from there. So let's crack on. Let's get on with this little job, and let's see how it looks out. So there we go. Yeah, it's up on the ramp, so I've just got better access to it and stuff like that. So let's start with this back. Right. So we've got these rear spats that go one each side, and they're just a little trim detail that just gives it a little sporty effect. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how much these are, but this gives it a little bit of a thing. But as you can see there, if I show you, yeah, that there, you see like this little, it's like pivoting. So I'm not going to be able to fix it on both edges, like that front edge or the back edge. Now the back edge has got a lot more contact, so I should be able to get a better fix. Plus the actual design, you see that little lip here, that goes back, so that touches as well. So I'm thinking getting it in its right position, which has got to be flush with the wheel arch that way. So it's got to be like that. And then it's got to go flush with this edge here like that. So as long as I get those 2 points done and I'm up against that, like that flat, the biggest, flattest edge, which is there, I'll have to do it like that. I'm not quite sure whether or not it's this aftermarket part. Probably don't quite suit. Do you know what I mean? This is probably not from like Audi or because I think didn't these, like these little trim things here, didn't they have them on the S1 version of this car? Little trims like that. So I think someone's just tried to replicate what that kind of thing is. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it the best I can. I've got no instructions with this. He didn't get any instructions either with the set. So it's just a case of doing the best you can with what you got. So what I might do is put some mastic as well, some black mastic, and then once I squeeze it up, it will stop any, because what you got to remember is that once the wheel is spinning like that, potentially the water or something's going to kick it in there. So if it's like this and there's a gap, the tyre is going to kick stuff in between that and that trim. So really, I'd like it be like that, so it's nice and tight, so nothing can really get in. But I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it, guys. I've got to do it that way. So yeah, it's not a massive gap, but it's still a gap. So like I said, so if I put some black mastic on there and then push it up, then it's going to stop it from sort of getting in between. So yeah, let me start on that, and I'll come back to you in a second. Right, okay guys, so I've been having a messing around to find out the best way that I can secure this, and it looks like, as you can see, I've made some holes. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up in place. I've lined it up in place and put my holes through, and then I'm going to put a bolt straight through this, straight through that, and then put a nut on the other side of the bumper so that it's not going to go anywhere. And I've got these bolts, these nuts with a lock thread in them in the middle. See it? So yeah, basically I'm going to secure it with these. I'll put a washer on the other side, on the inside of the bumper, and then I can put the nut against that, so it's locking against it, so it goes down. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'm going to put two there. I'm also going to put some mastic around as well underneath, and I'm going to put a fixing there because I can't get. I haven't got enough of these to do it with three, so I'd like to use three on each, like one there, and one here with the bolts, but I haven't got enough, so I'm gonna have to use one of these and then punch it through that part of it. Plus mastic, it's not going to go nowhere. It's going to be absolutely secure. So that's what I've got. Yeah, so I'm going to mastic it, do some holes, and fix it up. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to secure this one, and I'll come back to you in a second, and I'll show you the outcome. So yeah, let's do this. So there we go. That worked out really, really well. It did actually pull it up quite tight against that side and that side, so they're not quite sort of wobbly anymore. So that's good. And as you can see, these two are the ones with the bolts there and there, and then that's just a fix in there. And we've got obviously mastic as well. I've put mastic all around this edge here, all around there, and all around here. So any water does, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it works out really well. And you can see the finish. It's just a little splitter, little spat for the back of the bumper, and yeah, something a little bit different. Right, I'm going to move over. I'm going to do this one here. So I'll do exactly the same position, point, exactly the same as what it looks like. And then, yeah, I'll come back to you guys and we'll move on. So, yep. So there we go, guys. That is the other one done. Exactly the same thing, just bolt through there. And then, yeah, nut each side with a washer. And that's just screwed up. With mastic as well, black mastic around, so that's pushed it up. You can see that it's just black mastic just through there. And then I've sealed it here as well, so you can see that. You can see the black mastic, so that it's all across here, so that when the wheel sort of spins and kicks the water, it's not really going to go too much inside. You can see that it's sealed. At the end of the day, it is just, you know, it is mastic, and it might pop out. You never know, but at least I'm trying to give it a go. trying my best with it, with what I've got. You can see this is a slightly different colour black to this. Don't quite match this colour here. It's more of a gloss. This is more of a matte. But you know, it's going to do the job, and it's just little tweaks like that in it that he wants to do. So there we go. Right, so that's the back done. I'm going to spin the car around. I'm going to do the front splitter now, and then we'll do the side skirts after that. So let me spin it around, a couple of seconds for you, and I'll be back in a minute. So guys, yeah, as I was just saying, I spun the car around, and we're going to do the front splitter now, which is this part here. Now, this is a little bit different to the back because, like this, I can't get to this front part here because there's like this plastic piece here, this front piece here. That's one solid piece, which is part of the bumper. So really, you know, to do it, I don't want to say properly, because, you know, I do want to do it properly, but he doesn't want me to. It's at the end of the day, it comes down to cost, and to take the bumper off, it's all about time, more money, and he just doesn't want that. He just wants a quick fix. Just get it up, get it secure, and that's it. So, what I'm going to do is, obviously, on here, on the front end here anyway, you can see I've got to put a fixing on there, those little blocks. And those little blocks, they fit against this top piece here, against that. But as you can see, underneath through there, I can't really get a fixing into like a bolt, a nut and a bolt anyway, because of that little sort of section inside, if you know what I mean. So I think these points here, I'm going to screw up and obviously mastic. But I think if you have a look, see these plastic pieces here, I'm going to unscrew that, take that down. I'm probably, no, I can't. Even if I take this off, I can't get through because the rad's in the way to get to this. Yeah, it just ain't gonna happen like that. So, but on these end pieces here that comes across, I'm definitely gonna bolt up, because I can take this flat piece down and get behind the bumper there and get behind the bumper that side. But it's just this middle part that I just need to screw up. So, yeah, that's the plan anyway. So, I'm going to start, get myself drilling up, get myself set up, getting some holes done and stuff, and then we'll go from there. And I'll come back to you in a second, a little bit further along. So, yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, guys, just want to quickly show you what I've done. So I've temporarily fitted the splitter, and as you can see, I'm trying to get it lined up so it's in the correct position. So basically, you can see that there's these little things that need fixing up, but they need to be in line with those little slats here. And you can see all four are lined up. And it needs to be lined up with here as well, against the mud, just against the mud flap here. So you can see that it's just slightly sitting in. So this bottom point, it's not really. The bottom point is okay. The top point, inner point, but I don't want to stick it. I don't want to stick this point into the wheel arch too much, just in case. And I've rested it against the side, so underneath there's like a little lip on this plastic under tray, and I've pushed this against it on both sides and screwed it up into position. So yeah, it's in a good position right there. I'll be honest with you. I think that's the best I'm going to get it. So, considering I've got no instructions and I'm just trying to work with what I've got and trying to make sure it's as even as best I can, which I think it is, looking at obviously this point here and this point here is the same, that point there and this point here is the same. So I think that's probably the best I'm going to get it, like there. So now what I've got to do is I've got to screw up, I've got to drill up through the bumper for these holes, and one there, and there. I'm going to do 3. I'm going to try and get 3 this side, but underneath in there, there's a load of stuff, bits and pieces that's blocking my access to get a fixing. So I've just got to do the best I can with it. This side, I think definitely I'm going to be able to get 3 bolts up, and then I'm just going to screw up these 4 here. And again, I'll put some mastic where I can. I can't put mastic here, obviously, because I want that, you know, you've got to keep that gap in between. You can't seal those gaps. And I'll just put the mastic on both sides underneath these points. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll get it fixed up. I'll come back to you and show you what it's like. So there we go, all secure. Yeah, you can see the bolts and the screws all underneath. Again, I've done some black mastic across the actual pieces, both sides as well. Yeah, I managed to get different fixings in different locations because there's certain things on the inside of the bumper that you just can't get to. So that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be the best I can get it really. But looks decent, looks smart. It's in the right position. You can see that obviously the points there are in the correct position. I'm governed by that really, those 4 sections there, and I know that's central. And then I just need to come in and out, which I did. And it's come out all right, pretty decent. So there we go. That's the front splitter on this Audi A1 done. Right, so let's move on. Let's get it down. Let's jack it up and let's start these side skirts. And they're just a case of pretty much just hold it in place and then screw them up. That's pretty much all you can do with them really, because you can't bolt them. There's no actually access to get them bolted, so they don't supply them with any sort of bolts. They just supply with the side screw. So yeah, let's crack on. Let's get it down and let's get these skirts done. So here we go. Yep. So you can see I've jacked the car up, put it on jack stands, axle stands, just so that I've got access to this point here where it goes. And basically, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the actual trim is like thick at that back edge, and as it comes down, it becomes thinner here. And basically, this trim at the bottom of the actual seal, it does the same thing. So it's kind of thin here, and as it goes back, it gets thicker. So it's kind of following that sort of, yeah, it's kind of following that sort of trim piece that goes underneath as well. Just an additional added, yeah, piece of side skirt. Now the back edge, so the back edge is completely straight. So what I'm thinking is putting it so that it's, if I put it so that it's that bit there, the back bit is flush with that trim, it seems like it's sticking out quite far. Don't know if I like that, because it might be sticking out too far. I don't know whether or not that is going to look right. It might be that gap there might be too much, if you know what I mean. I might have to bring it in a bit. Just give it a little lip like this, like that. Yeah, I might do that. Little lip like that, all the way through, and I think that should be enough. I think that's too much. It needs to come in a bit. I think it's sticking out too much like that. So yeah, a little bit in. I'll measure it, see what the distance is here, and then I'll make sure that it's measured the same distance. Obviously, I've got to make sure that it's that way in the right position as well, which, as long as it's the edge of that trim, and as long as that meets the edge like that, do you know what I mean? It's got to sit in line with these two trims, and then yeah, I'll stick it up there. So right, I'll go for that, guys. I'll set you up while I do the work. You can see me time lapsing it, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end. So let's do this. Right, that's this side done. So yeah, I think it's in a good position where it is, to be honest with you. It's a little bit difficult to try and line it through properly, because like I said to you before, that this bottom skirt, the original one, this white one, it's a little bit wavy. It comes in and out, which is supposed to do that. So it's hard to sort of try and line it through with this piece here is completely straight. And it kind of, you can see that it kind of dips in a little bit there. But it's not this that's doing that, it's this that's doing that. So yeah, you got a little bit of sort of play there. Don't forget, it's not, these ain't original parts, these are aftermarket parts, and we all know what aftermarket parts are like when it comes to fitting. But all in all, I think it's done all right. I think it's worked out pretty well. You obviously got this little sort of lip here, and it follows through, got a lip there, follows through, and then you got a lip at the front. So that lip sort of matches the front lip. So yeah, there you go, guys. Just a little bit of a trim, a little bit of an extra sort of lip to go underneath the skirt, but I think it's come out all right. I think you'd be happy with that. So yeah, there we go. Right, I'm going to spin over. I'm going to drop this down, and then I'll jack up the other side, axle stands, and then we'll do the other side, exactly what I've done like this on the other side, and then that'll be it. The trims and the skirts and the splitters are all done. But so far, so good. It's coming out really well. So, right, let's do this. So there we go. What do we think about that? I think it's a nice little addition, actually. It goes quite well. It blends around the car, so it looks pretty smart. Especially this front splitter. It's just a shame that the colour, really. Like, obviously, you can tell that the bottom splitter now is a gloss black, whereas all the other trims and all the other black on the bumper is a matte black. So that looks a little bit weird, but yeah. Apart from that, it actually looks pretty smart, pretty decent. I like it. It's come out really well. Considering I've just done that on my own, yeah, I think it's come out really well. Little corner trims. What do we think, guys? Drop me a comment below whether or not you like what I've done here for the guy, whether or not you think it's a little bit too far, and yeah, what do you think? Drop me a comment. But I don't mind the side skirts. I don't know about these back corner pieces. It kind of goes with the actual set, I suppose, these corner trims, but yeah. I just don't know, because what's making it look worse is that it's the colour, isn't it? It's like, that's, like I said to you, it's gloss black, matte black, gloss black. That's really what's making it stand out, look different. But apart from that, I think it's pretty good. So there we go. It's exactly what he wanted. Exactly what he wanted. How he wanted it to be fitted, and there you go, he's got it done, so he'd be happy with that. Right, that is going to be the end of today's video. A little bit different, guys, something a little bit different for the channel. I thought I'd show you me doing it, and yeah, drop me a comment, let me know what you think. But another little string to my bow, learning different things, and yeah, fixing different things on different cars and stuff. So it looks pretty decent. Right, that is going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget to drop me a comment, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.